So 95% of the time, we're second to get on the gun. So this whole speed, surprise, and balance of action isn't really working out the way we think in real life and data.
Life sucks, like my mother.
So paramount that I don't want to make him fight on hard mode. Right, we've got enough problems as it is, so I want to make sure that I'm driving that muzzle all the way up to that glass. Make sense? We're going to give you a round count and a series of positions to shoot from. And types of movements and what works and what doesn't work. I mean, it's just a home run.
If we can get better results in the same amount of time, then we need to do that. Only one company that we're partnered with for the VCQB material and the other material that we have, and that's Chimera.
On est arrivé à Kansas City. Bien sûr, ma pays a été ça c'est génial. J'économise ma chance pour plus tard, les gars. C'est le grand problème.
On économise pas trop non plus.
Prendre une omelette meat lovers.
Bien.
C'est vraiment pour ceux qui aiment la viande, quoi, tu vois. Il y a vraiment des trucs de bonhomme.
T'es en train de regarder les honky tonk. C'est quoi, tu ça danse là? Dans les vrais salons qu'on peut se prendre une vraie pâte. Moi j'ai des burgers dans des paniers. Vas-y, on y va. Laisse-moi regarder là.
Là, je vais faire une séance pour muscler mon énorme dos. Je sais que ça va me porter préjudice. Mais après, ce qui est bien, c'est que j'ai plus besoin de mettre de plaque à l'arrière vu qu'il est déjà trop gros. On va commencer par faire des tractions.
Il était quand même volontaire pour aller visiter l'aire de cardio. On s'est dit que si t'avais des couilles, tu envoyais ta meilleure section de bas squat avant ton V CQB instructeur. Et qu'il n'y a pas du tout l'air de se diriger vers le rack à squat.
Et 70.
Si j'étais Chris Hemsworth, j'ai dit non mec, désolé mais c'est pas moi.
Hi, Steve.
It's a good meet you.
Chase. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to
How
meet
was
you.
your travel in?
Hi. Okay.
Isaac.
How long you guys here?
Isaac. Good to meet you.
Just this?
Well, just cool.
Just this?
Hi.
What is going on? Pleasure to meet you. You're 17 fucking pounds. Had to pay like $300 in overweight charges. No, I'm joking.
We come with some empty games.
I got all your stuff up there. I got your guns. You go down holsters and all that kind of shit.
Very good.
You're good?
Okay. So he was saying, I was like,
He's like, no, we're very good. I'm like, I'm so confused. So we'll cover some things. Understand that this is neither Chase nor I went up to Mount Sinai, met with SWAT Jesus, came back down, and we're like, or SWAT Jesus for my brothers from Albuquerque, right? Came back down and we're like, hey, these are the 10 Commandments. This is the way you've got to do it, right? One of the things that you'll see is that we're going to take a deep dive into the data of what is and is not working in and around cars, right? So this isn't like, hey, this one time in Bandcamp, blah, 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 or I think this would be a good idea. We're going to take a look at about 9,500 officer-involved shootings that occur in and around vehicles. We're obviously not going to watch all of those this week. But we're going to take the data from that. We're going to look at videos of what is and is not working on fighting around thin-skinned cars. You're going to see very distinct trends. Some are very obvious. Some you're like, yeah, that's a no-brainer, right? Some are going to be a little surprising as we start to look at these trends. We're going to look at a large number of stats. And the thing about stats is the data is in the numerics paint a picture, but you're going to have to use your experience to interpret that number. Does that make sense? Like, we can't just take the number at face value. We've got to understand, like, hey, why is that number presenting the way it is? We're not here to tell you got to do it this way, but we are here to give you a blueprint for what is nationally viable, or what is viable on a national level and what's not. So. The unwritten rule of CQB, you ready? The unwritten rule is no one loves you like you love you, yes? It's your job to make sure that you don't take a gold dot to the back of the head. One of the things that we'll see that's consistent is shooting at depth and blue on blue, especially in these parking lot type configurations. Are you tracking me on that? Yeah. So when I burn a dude down or I get on the gun, I want to look to my left, look to my right. When I'm looking deep, I'm looking at, hey, is somebody trying to shoot at depth, right? So is it an armed citizen? Is it another PD dude? Is it another, like, dude, I've been on fucking hot calls and like the US Postal Service guy runs up and I'm like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I'm with the post office. And I'm like, oh fuck, we're in danger now, right? So one of the jobs is to make sure that you're looking around. Now, if we don't expand that beyond the square range, then yes, that is purely a square range tactic. Does that make sense? One of the things, once we start making this a parking lot configuration and we get into day 4 and you're working around multiple vehicles, multiple dudes, compressed environments, while you're injured in a reduced light setting, you're gonna see like, fuck, man. Set it up again, here we go. 3 to 5, 3 to 5. I want you to be the first one getting good effective hits. Take it, come on, get up, let's go, right. Good. Check behind you, actually make sure you're good. Come back on the target, make sure he's down, then you can holster up. Here we go, 3 to 5. depress the bolt catch, run the charging handle back, forward.
Okay.
But you know what's interesting about that on the vehicle tactics side is because guys don't get to experience opposed vehicle tactics from a driving standpoint and gunfighting standpoint. Everyone has this idea of what they think is going to work under opposition, and man, let me tell you about half the stuff they come up and like, hey, I want to try this, and I'm always like, yeah, man, like this is the place. Instead of me saying I know that that's not going to work, it works better if it's like, hey, let's try that, right? Yeah. And then we set it up, and they're like, oh, like that didn't work, right? And I'm like, yeah, it didn't work because you've only ever done walkthroughs on vehicle-based opposition, right? And so it's, you know, listen, guys, thin skins are exactly that. But the magic formula is cover equals time. So the plate that I have on is, I mean, this isn't a magic force field. It's just here to buy me what? Time. Same thing for up armored vehicles. Same thing for thin skin cars. I'm just trying to show my guys how to maximize their time in this environment, but realize that this has a breaking point. Yes, guys are like, but rounds will go through here and it's dangerous. I'm like, listen, man, the whole thing is fucking dangerous. Yes. So it's just regular 115 grain A to A. Here's what we're looking for. We're looking for, is the target clean? It is. Now we're looking for backside deformation or penetration. Gather around over here, okay? So we're looking for backside deformation or penetration. So we've got our impact here, and we take that back to France, make a little like belly button. On the what did you think of the reactive movement? We didn't really get too deep in the weeds because I was trying to like, one, beat the rain, and two, we can't like get super deep into the movement piece. Yeah. But I know that we've added that since the last time you've been here.
Yeah. I really like the first sequence with the reactive shooting or getting the tennis tips, the ping pong ball.
Yeah, it's genius.
And and it's quite easy to set up and put it in place.
Very easy. And you know, it doesn't have to just be the tennis balls out. So now I change movement. It could be tennis balls falls out. Okay, now get on the radio, right? So you've got the response you want, now call it out. Or, okay, now I can work med. Like you cannot work med until the target reacts, right? And because the guys were like, well, we just use steel. The problem with steel is I can't shoot it close, right? So I have to shoot it way back 10 yards or 10 meters or what, or whatever, or depending on where you're at. You can also do that with NLTA.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you're shooting like FX or UTM or whatever you guys have over there.
Yeah, my guys just done it for in-service this year, and we run through the gamut of the game of tag, like no guns at all. Did some inert for the guys that weren't ready, but then moved to the NLTA and live fire at the end.
It works.
Bienvenue dans mon royaume.
Juste ça, tu veux que j'appelle. Incroyable.
C'est fou, hein?
Ouais.
Là on est dans mon secteur, tu vois. Ça, c'est chez moi, la vie. Ça c'est pour les membres réservés le club. Je peux pas t'en parler. C'est un espèce de caribou que j'ai flingué moi-même avec des splits en 0,12.
Apologies down, paying £300 to take a class in it. I wanna ride the phone, I wanna bleed the town, I wanna see you alone. I wanna shake the shack, find me someone to pack, like the light when it's dark. Few stairs about, make it feel like peace in a way, compliment around. Consolation got a twist in it, for a GPO and all the hits in it. I'm gonna hit your business.
Ça c'est mes petites notes. On va mettre les cours au propre. Ça c'est mes petites mules. Ce que je vais faire, j'ai graillé des chargeurs comme ça. Demain je pourrai manger. Vu qu'il y a le temps de rien. Moi j'aurai des mags déjà graillés.
I'm telling you, man, the more and the more I look at videos where we have these high intensity, short duration, close distance engagements around these thin skins around vehicles, the less of a fan I'm becoming with kneeling. Right now, I'm not saying you won't kneel, and I'm not saying we don't need to teach it, but we've really done our guys a disservice by going straight from standing to kneeling and eviscerating the whole squatting. So this is a great example. There are times when I have enough distance and the time frame allows that that's appropriate. This is going to be the consistent result of people prioritizing anything other than the gun, right? You'll notice he gets caught up in the seatbelt, which is pretty common. Again, realize the seatbelts are there to keep you in, okay? So there is nothing you can do about this initial round. Yes? Like there's nothing I can do about that initial round. There may not be anything you can do about the second round. What I'm trying to avoid is round 3, round 4, round.
Those mortal wounds coming from the collarbone and above, right? The 88%. Guess where the vast majority of the remaining rounds are going that's causing us an issue, right? Under the arm, above the armor, right? So what am I presenting to him if I just drive the gun over?
Unprotected side.
Right, so if I know that that's an issue, then let me try to take that away from him. Look, man, I can't do that much about the head in most regards, yes? I can't ride around with a ballistic helmet on patrol, cool? But I can alleviate this. So what I'm trying to do is work on the posturing as well. I want to look, figure out where the gun goes, shift those hips, prop up any way possible inside the car so I square up on tango, drive the gun, work my problem. Yes? All right, fingers straight, back, deck the gun. Seatbelts are over. As far as we're concerned, now if you want to get another rep with the seatbelt, that's cool. Eventually you're going to want to take that off. My rule of thumb of this, in simulating that ambush on LE that we talked about this morning, my rule of thumb is if that car was stationary and I was in it, so I'm just pulled into a parking lot somewhere to work rec report or some shit like that, the seatbelt came off if I was stationary. Does that make sense? Because I need to immediately be able to get out of the car. All right, so if that attack is coming from the front, Lima 8 or Mike, same concept we've just worked through. I want to see a shift in those hips, get that gun out, drive to the glass, work that threat. I want you to give me again 3 to 5 rounds. Dude, listen, you drive that gun out, those first 3 rounds are in the upper thoracic area, we're good. We're simulating that target is now down. We good to go? If it takes all 5, send 5, all right? All right, at that point, I've engaged 8, I've got my hits, I'm gonna bring the gun back and deck it. The drill is over now. we're fixing to start another drill. Does that make sense? All right, so every time I deck that gun, we're basically starting a new drill. All right, so. Excellent. Echo. Four. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Tango, Tango. Let's knock out the important shit first. If you haven't seen Heat, it's on Netflix right now. Watch that shit tonight. There'll be a fucking test tomorrow. I don't even know if you can say that you're a cop if you haven't seen Heat, right? Listen, not Heat. Yes, this is not a goddamn crew of fucking terrorists attacking you while you're sitting in the car. Yes, this is basically simulating one dude moving. I'm not even sure it's as much that as it's just giving you an opportunity in one setting inside the car to get multiple reps in managing the muzzle, right, from the left and right obliques. Does that make sense? So if 4 is our problem, so I key on 4, posture up and start working, and I'm really aggressive here. All right, so Ian's also got to look, figure out where the gun goes, but if I have been aggressive in driving out, is he ever going to be able to set the line, all right? So keeping that in mind, I'm going to look and find 4, and instead of aggressively driving to it, I'm going to posture back so our muzzles can get online. All right, so I'm working unopposed. He's going to have to contend with that intermediate barrier. Yes? All right, so we bring the guns back and we deck them. Let's work Ian's side so you guys can see it. So on 3, 3 is our problem. Ian finds 3. If he's really aggressive and driving out, I will never be able to set that line. You're looking for what? À ma gauche, ma gauche. Dans ton angle mort. Yep, there you go. Sur toi, à 3. Out! Ready! Face à moi! Sur moi! Encore, sur moi! Ok! Sur moi! Ok, je prends!